June home sales plummet in Toronto while housing supply soars. Is this the crash we've been waiting for? That's exactly what we try to figure out as we go over the housing market stats for June 2024. If you've been thinking about buying in Toronto or Mississauga, I want to hear from you. Are you still waiting for interest rates to come down further, or are you seeing the opportunity in the market as things start to slow down? Let me know in the comments. My name is Morgan Little. I'm a realtor who helps first-time buyers in the Greater Toronto area. So if there's ever anything I can do to help in your journey, or if you just want to pick my brain, feel free to book a call using the Calendly link in the description below. Toronto's real estate market is slowing down rapidly, with sales reported to have crashed, contrary to anticipated and widely predicted surges following the initial interest rate cuts by the Bank of Canada. Those cuts have not had much impact despite all of the predictions that the market would flood with buyers once they started cutting. They only did a 25 basis point reduction, so it wasn't really anything to get excited about, and buyers are showing that in their activity. Now, let's get into the numbers for the Toronto and Mississauga housing stats for June 2024. The biggest number of the bunch here is the number of sales at 6,213, which are down 16.4% from the same time last year. It's important to note that this is the lowest sales in a June in 10 years. And because the sales are down, it only makes sense that new listings are up over 12% from last year, sitting at 17,964 compared to the 16,000 just last year in June 2023. Now, this puts the active number of listings at a staggering 23,613, an increase of over 67% from last year. Again, the highest we've seen in 10 years, which gives buyers a lot to choose from, but very few are taking action at this point. Is this just buyer fatigue, or are people waiting for further rate cuts or that elusive market crash, which essentially has already happened from the peak of 2022? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really am curious. Now, the important part, the average price. The price went from $1,165,700 in May to $1,162,167, down $3,000, but down $20,000 from last year. Now, keep in mind that this is the average from across the entire GTA. Different asset types and different markets can vary greatly. So to discuss your personal journey and what you're looking for, again, book that call. I'm happy to have that chat. So you can see that price drop reflected as well in the months of inventory, which is the amount of time that it would take for all of the available homes to sell if no other homes came on the market. And this went from 2.8 in May to 3 months in June. And the sales to list price ratio, which is the amount a home sells versus what it was listed for, has dropped from 102% in May to an even 100% in June, which essentially means that homes are selling for asking price versus over asking, as has become so commonplace in the market and in headlines that we've all seen. And yes, you still may see headlines talking about a house selling for over $200,000 over asking, but in all likelihood, that's because the home was underpriced by probably around $200,000 in order to garner a lot of interest. The data is telling us that houses are asking for around the actual asking price. So does this put us in a buyer's market? Well, that depends on who you ask, but based on months of inventory, like I talked about earlier, buyer's market territory would be over 6 months of inventory, with a seller's market being under 3 months and a balanced market between the 3 and the 6 months. But what the Bank of Canada uses as an indicator is the balance of supply and demand in the resale market is the ratio of sales to new listings. And when the ratio hovers between 40 and 60%, this suggests a balanced market. Currently, we're sitting at 40.3%. So take that as you will. Either way, it sure feels like a buyer's market, but without the buyers, which coupled with the mounting supply really provides opportunity for those who are ready to buy. Actually, this is probably the best opportunity you basically had in the last 10 years, according to the data. This means taking your time, no bidding wars, and offers that can include an inspection and a financing clause. Treb is suggesting that buyers will want to see 100 basis points or more reduction in the interest rate before they feel comfortable jumping in. Is that how you feel? Let me know in the comments. And please keep in mind that, again, the Bank of Canada overnight rate, these announcements that they make, those have a direct correlation to adjustable rate mortgages, not the fixed rate mortgages, which most likely as a first-time home buyer, you'd be getting a fixed rate mortgage. So those are correlated with the bond market. Those have been up and down over the last little while. Speak to a mortgage broker to see where those are standing currently, but they have been hovering somewhere around 5% for the last little while. But back to the 100 basis points or more that Trev had talked about, this could take many months and multiple rate cuts to get to that point. The next rate announcement is at the end of July, so we'll see what happens at that point. Also, Canada's inflation numbers will be out in the next couple weeks. That will have an impact on buyer sentiment as well. I hope this video has been useful. If there's ever anything I can do to help, again, feel free to book a call using the link below, and I look forward to connecting. Till then, see you on the next one.